It's about time you listen to the Shenmue AM2 podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the Shenmue AM2 podcast. We're your hosts, Andrew.
And Matt.
And we are going to the dairy farm.
What?
We are milking this cow dry.
Oh, I get it.
More character bios.
Some milky character bios.
Soon we'll just we should just buy another strategy guide and literally just be able to cross them out. Just because these actually take some planning because we're let's not do the same people again.
We're also, we're running out of people.
No, we're not.
We're running out of interesting people.
I really didn't kind of read the bios. I kind of went with a theme again this time.
Yeah, so you could have picked boring people.
Oh yeah, some of them are boring, but if I read them with inflection, it might make them sound better.
Yeah. Simpsons reference. The soccer game. A difference in the announcers. Kent Brockman, he's watching the soccer game and he's like, Pedro passes to Philippe. Or, not even that excited. Pedro passes to Philippe. He holds it. And then it goes over to the Spanish commentator. Pedro passes to Philippe. He holds it.
I was making a Blues Traveler reference.
I don't know it.
The Hook?
No.
Hook by Blues Traveler? Great song from the 90s.
I'd probably know it if
I... brings you back. What?
I'm sure I would know if I heard it. All right, so
bust all your balloons and burn all your cities to the ground.
Oh my God, it sounds violent.
No, it's not. Although the guy from Blues Traveler looks like this hippy dippy guy, and he got pulled over by the police, and he had this fiberglass insert in the trunk of his car, just with custom formed to all these different guns. Apparently, he's a huge gun nut.
Oh my God.
All right. So I am doing my character bios on the upper echelon ranks of the Mad Angels.
Well, let me start, because I did a random Mad Angel thug.
Okay.
And then that'll lead into your full Mad Angel list. This one is Katsutoshi Busujima. So he's 24. His occupation is Mad Angel's thug. It says, like Hidekazu Himuro, Katsutoshi was a candidate to be a leader, but was later downgraded after he committed a blunder that allowed the police to spot their illegal dealings and arrest them. He was reassigned to the lowest position, and is waiting for a chance to regain his honor as well. Katsutoshi always wears sunglasses because he cannot frighten people with his girlish eyes. So this, if you want to picture him, it's the guy who wears what do you call that? A Letterman's vest.
He's got kind of like a Letterman's jacket, red with black sleeves,
over a white hoodie. But he's got sunglasses, and then he's got the hair of Moe from the Three Stooges.
Did you do his blood type and all that?
Is it on here? I'm looking at the Shenmue wiki, so no, it's not on here.
Well, is it this guy right here?
Do we care? Yeah.
He is 24, 6 foot, 177 weight, and born September 14th. He's a Virgo, and his blood type is A.
Oh.
I bailed you out there, buddy.
Oh, it is all here. It's just in the trivia. Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn.
My first guy is Minoru Okayasu. He is he's the guy from the soccer ball fight scene, too, isn't he? He has the blue camo pants, green shirt with the darker green vest.
You fight in the construction yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Age 31, 6'1", 201, because he's a fatty. November 19th, he's also a Scorpio, blood type A. He's a leading member of the Mad Angels, which control the New Yokosuka Harbor. He is very short-tempered and aggressive, always starting fights all the time, but towards his friends and allies, he can be quite compassionate.
I was reading a bunch of Mad Angels, and I saw that exact description a bunch of times. Very tough, always starting fights, but he likes his friends.
For this reason, he's popular amongst his fellow members, unlike Shingo Murasaki, another leading member of the Mad Angels. Wow, they just threw Shingo under the bus.
I know, jeez.
Frig. Even so, he is a violent man who who will show no mercy towards anyone who tries to go against him or betray him, whether friend or foe.
Sounds like a perfect Mad Angel.
Don't mess with this guy. He'll cut you up. He'll put you in the harbor.
My next one is Etsuko Sekine.
See a photo. Oh, I was going to do her.
No. Shenmue.
Pornhub.com/Shenmue AM2 podcast. For anyone that listened to the last episode, you'll get that reference.
She is the receptionist at Asia Travel. 27, 45 kilograms, 160 centimeters. Doesn't say other units of measure. Blood type B. So, she's an employee of Asia Travel Company and the mistress of Jimmy Yan, the manager of the agency. After dropping out of a private girls' high school, Etsuko went to Tokyo on her own to try and make it as a model. She gave up on her ambition after being cheated out of her money by a man pretending to be her agent. Worn out physically and emotionally, she returned to Yokosuka 5 years ago. A year later, in a fit of despair, she applied for a job as a tour conductor at Asia Travel Company, but was assigned to be an office clerk instead. Although she was bitter about not being able to travel and almost quit, she started working, and now seems to enjoy it. Would you call that working? I wouldn't call it working. She has very wasteful spending habits, and her debts, due mostly to her over-reliance on credit cards, are increasing.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Luckily, is Jimmy just flush with cash? Luckily, she doesn't gamble, so her biggest concern is how to pay back that ever-increasing debt. So
I like how that luckily she doesn't gamble is a shot at Jimmy. Because when you read his bio, it's like he's an addictive gambler or something, I'm pretty sure.
So, would you, in the context of Shenmue, the game, would you call that an attractive character?
Yeah.
She's not good enough to be a model. So maybe we just have no perspective on what attractiveness is in the world of Shenmue. She's just like a hag.
A hag. My next one, the man who is currently under the bus, Shingo Murasaki. Male, 29, 5'11", 181, February 20th, Pisces, blood type B. He is a leading member of the Mad Angels, which control the New Yokosuka Harbor. He's obsessed with military supplies. He's the first guy you fight, the first main fight in the 70-man battle royal, the guy that wears the camo jacket. He is obsessed with military supplies, always wearing camouflage clothes and army boots. He has a nervous, cold-blooded personality that causes him to take complete, merciless revenge on anyone who dares to cross him. Even the other members of the Mad Angels are afraid of him. He and Minoru Okayasu, the guy I just read about, another leading member of the Mad Angels, have known each other a long time. They usually hang out together.
That it?
That it.
Alright, so my next one are a pair of housewives who just hang out in the neighborhood and gossip.
Oh. Do these count as number 3 and 4, or just number 3?
I'll do them separately. So the first one is Fusako Kondo, age 50, weight 54 kilograms, height 165 centimeters, A blood type. Alright, so among all the upper and middle class families living in Sakuragoaka, the Kondos are the only family that doesn't own their own house. Instead, they rent it on a monthly basis. Her husband is a longshoreman who spends an inordinate amount of time and money carousing, and only returns home a few times a month. After paying the rent and food expenses from her husband's meager salary, Fusako has very little left for spending money. Their only son, Yohei Kondo, works all day to supplement their income, and Fusako spends her time chit-chatting with housewives and shopkeepers. Her best friend is Ine Hayata, and at one time, she visited Ine-san almost every day. Ine-san felt hesitant about seeing her so often, and has asked Masayuki Fukusan, to tell Fusako that she is out on occasion.
Oh, drama!
Ine-san's ghosting her.
The Real Housewives of Sakuragoaka.
Yeah. Fusako, however, has almost no bad characteristics and is a gentle, good-natured person. She has no bad characteristics, unlike that evil
Ine-san. Ine-san, what a bitch. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Next up for me, Satoshi Nagata. Nagata Davida. Dad joke. He's the asshole with the pipe in the 70-man battle royal. Ugh, I hate this guy. Male, 28, 5'11", 177. April 24th. He's a Taurus and blood type A. He is one of the top members of the Mad Angels, which control the New Yakuza Harbor. That's the same thing 3 times in a row. He worships Terry and has pledged his loyalty to him.
He suck his toes.
He's a Shenmue Pornhub.com. He is a very moody person who handles his subordinates mercilessly when he is not in a good mood.
With that pipe.
You can see him swing that pipe.
Yeah.
He will do whatever it takes to win and never feels ashamed about using weapons in a fight.
Yep, that checks out.
What an asshole.
Yeah. So the second housewife is like the complete opposite of that last one. This is Fusayo Mishima, 43, 158 centimeters, 48 kilograms, O blood type. She's a resident of Sakuragoaka, who is the mother of Mayumi Mishima and Megumi Mishima. Her husband, Takanobu Mishima, is the captain of a tanker that is mainly involved with trading in the Middle East. And he is away from home for half of every year. Because of his hard work, they are quite wealthy. So her husband is the captain of a tanker at sea, and they're quite wealthy. And that other lady, he's just a longshoreman, and they're like poverty-stricken. Because of his hard work, they're quite wealthy. In fact, everyone in the neighborhood considers them to be the wealthiest family in Sakuragoaka. Fusayo lives a life of leisure without caring about money. Socializing with neighbors in the small Sakuragoaka area is a difficult thing for Fusayo as a woman brought up by a wealthy family. When the housewives start socializing at the vacant lot in front of her house, she is obligated to join them. She must share all the gossip with them, but despite her friendliness, she actually doesn't like Natsuki Sumiya and Fusako Kondo. Being a neat person, she hates the cats that ruin her garden. When her youngest daughter Megumi brings a kitten home, Fusayo immediately shouts at her to get rid of it, without listening to her explanation. She eventually regrets her behavior and cancels her order after Megumi and her older daughter Mayumi explain the story. So this is the mean old lady who wouldn't let Megumi keep the cat.
What a bitch.
And she secretly hates all her housewife friends.
See, money can't buy you happiness, people.
Yeah.
She's miserable.
Marry a poor, philandering longshoreman.
You good?
Yep.
My next guy is Pedro Warren, also known as just a tall version of the guy that is the main singer in the Village People, wearing his chaps and his cap. Male, 30, height 6'9", 287 pounds, 5'12", May 12th for the birthday, Taurus, blood type A. This has a different intro. He is one of the high-ranking members of the Mad Angels, whose territory is the New Yakuza Harbor. He is by far the strongest member in terms of power and guts.
Is that the guy who dresses up like the Village People? Yeah, okay.
Where were you the last 30 seconds?
I was reading ahead on mine.
Jesus.
Sorry.
And he's Terry's right-hand man. He is said to be from the slums of New York, but the details are unknown. He has influence over foreign sailors in the harbor and can mobilize quite a large number of them fairly quickly. Including himself, I bet you he can mobilize exactly 70 people.
Yes.
70 on the button. He's a tall son of a bitch, and you just do that low spin kick thing to him, and
he can't reach you because you're too low.
Yeah.
Get up here. My last one is Tomi Maruyama. 51, 158 centimeters, 70 kilograms. Kilograms. She has an O blood type. She's the manager and chef of the Maruyama cafeteria in the harbor.
That person who gave us feedback about you overpronouncing Japanese stuff is literally having a stroke right now.
I am enjoying their... Well, not... That would be mean. I hope they're not having a stroke.
Matt's just laughing at people having strokes.
Maruyama. Originally from Tokyo. Tomi got married at the age of 23 and started the Marutomi restaurant with her husband Joichi, who was working as a cook. The restaurant was on the main street, close to the industrial park of Kawasaki, and attracted many bachelors working at nearby factories. Though the restaurant was successful, they were forced to close 3 years ago when her husband became ill. The responsibility of raising their only son, Kyohei, who was born late in their marriage, forced Tomi to find another job immediately. Among the workers who frequented Marutomi's was a chairman of the Longshoremen's Union. Thanks to his help, she was assigned to manage the Harbor Lounge. Her menu was low cost and quite substantial, but somewhat boring and bland. No salt. Due to her consideration for the workers' health.
Whoever wrote that has some salt.
Yeah. They've been eating her food. While the young workers don't like the food very much, Tomi, who is easily moved to tears and is good at heart, is popular enough to be known as the Mother of the Harbor among them. Unfortunately, Tomi lost Kyohei in an accident last year. He was only 18 years old. Tomi always seems misty-eyed when Ryo Hazuki visits the Harbor Lounge because he reminds her of her deceased son. Single tear. I never got that she was sad, the Harbor Lounge lady. I always thought she was like kind of slow.
When you were reading that end part, we should have just had that Sarah McLachlan song play.
Will you remember me? My go-to sad song is always the ending theme to the Incredible Hulk TV show, the live-action one. The sad piano as he's walking away, trying to get a hitchhike. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Mine. I think mine has to be the ending theme to Streets Rage 2.
I can't remember it. Is it sad? Kinda.
Yeah.
There's also the Mega Man 2 ending.
And there's also that shitty Simple Plan song.
And anything by Nickelback.
Fuck that.
Look at this photograph. Anyways, who's your last person?
No, we're going to rip on Nickelback for a minute.
I want to run them over with a trolley.
My last guy is Terry. Terry Ryan, to be exact. 34 years old. Obviously a dude. 6'1", 188, March 17th. He's a Pisces, blood type AB. He's the boss of the notorious Mad Angels. He is cold and cruel and completely merciless towards anyone who fails him. Anybody who fails him, actually. Few people know his real name, so people just refer to him as the boss of the Mad Angels. Yeah. His ambitions have grown boundless since gaining control of the harbor. He's now planning to gain favor of the Chiyu men by using the harbor as a base for building a much bigger organization. Classic Terry.
Yes.
He's a coward. He's not afraid to use weapons in fights either.
That's true.
He's a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Fuck you, Terry.
Fuck you, Terry.
Anytime I hear the name Terry, I just think of anyone that they refer to off screen on Trailer Park Boys. It was always the name Terry, and it was just whoever they're talking about. Oh yeah, that guy named Terry. So yeah, that's another whirlwind episode of character bios from Shenmue.
So many detailed character bios that I don't know why they put the effort in, because 95% of the people who played the game will never read them. But we're doing a service and bringing them to you.
Yes, and do you know who else is bringing them to you? The people behind Suka Pass.
Nice.
That app that's coming out it isn't out yet as of recording this, but it's essentially a mobile version of the Passport disc.
That's amazing. I always wanted that.
It's absolutely amazing.
We're going to have to use that from now on.
Yeah, it'll be way easier. So thank you for making our jobs easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find us on social media, Shenmue AM2 Podcast, YouTube.com. No, that's not even right. YouTube.com/Shenmue AM2 Podcast, Shenmue AM2 Podcast at gmail.com. Send your feedback. Our next episode, we're going to be soliciting a lot of feedback because it's going to be a fun episode. So once we do our version of it, we want feedback towards what you guys want to do, and that'll all make sense after the next episode.
Being a bit cryptic.
Yeah.
Our sponsor this week is
Harbor Lounge Cafeteria.
Our food may not have salt, but it does have tears.